message is about women like me, not those love and support women like me. Today I just want to speak to you guys about what's given to me while I was asleep yesterday. And I've been guilty of this too. I've been guilty of saying this too. I'm not saying it's not true, but I want us to rethink about what we hear a lot of times as it pertains to prophecy. Okay, so we know that the Lord's word doesn't fall to the ground. We know that a word from the Lord is real, it's true. And when he uses vessels for prophecy, that means that it is his word being delivered through another person. Okay, so we like to say that we know that it's not a fake prophet when words, if their word come to pass. But I want to challenge your thinking about it in this way. And there is an example of this in Hezekiah. There is the notion of this as it pertains to Nebuchadnezzar. Like those are just the two things I'm thinking of just automatically. But sometimes prophecy is not, this is going to happen. Sometimes prophecy is a cautionary word or warning in order to redirect you, realign you, correct you, and get you back into alignment with God in the way that you were supposed to be. Hi, good morning. Hi. Sometimes prophecy is just, sometimes the prophetic word is just to say, it's a word of caution. Other than just being a word of caution, sometimes the word of prophecy is the Lord telling you that something is going to happen and allowing you to have a window to intercede. I've mentioned this as well. A lot of times when the Lord gives a word, it is to warn his people, not of what's coming, but what can come, what will come if. You know what I mean? Like, the Lord always gives warning. Not just so you can brace yourself, but so that if there's an opportunity to change an outcome, that you can change it, because he gives us power in things like interceding. He gives us power in our free will. So when it comes to, a lot of times, modern prophecy is more so telling you what good is going to come. Something good is going to happen. But a lot of times, and we'll see this in the word, and I've said this before, when the Lord uses somebody, again, it's a cautionary warning. It's, hey, you haven't been listening to what I've been trying to show you and get you to change whatever about. So I'm sending this person to literally tell you what is on my heart concerning this. And it is up to you to either use this as your last warning or for you to do something about it. If it's not something that is good. Because the Lord's plans are never to bring evil upon us. So it is not like, hey, I'm going to do this to you. It's usually, hey, this is what's happening. Fix it. So when it comes to people giving words that are not positive, that seem to fall to the ground, is it because it wasn't a real word? Or is it because it was a cautionary warning and you actually realigned yourself so it didn't come to pass? Was it a cautionary warning and you prayed? Was it a cautionary warning and you told someone else and they came into agreement with you against the thing? Was it a cautionary warning and you straightened up? Was it a cautionary warning and then you went and leaned into God and you actually sought him out concerning it? Sometimes the words aren't falling to the ground. Sometimes it's that you did what you were supposed to do about it. And the issue was resolved. So think of it that way. So I'm just challenging you to think of things that way, because it's just random stuff that I hear sometimes when someone has made a claim against somebody and saying, the Lord said this, or someone might have personally gave you a word on behalf of the Lord, and maybe you heard it. Perhaps you changed a few things, but your outlook on it is, oh, this didn't come to pass because this person didn't actually hear from the Lord. But it may just be, it didn't come to pass because you realigned yourself, or you prayed against it coming to pass, or you actually started listening, leaning in closer to the Lord after they said it, to change your outcome. And this isn't just like personal prophecy. This can do with like world events as well. Somebody is like, oh, the Lord gave me a dream that this is going to happen in this city, blah, blah, blah. And do you think perhaps people started interceding about it when they heard the word go out? Do you think perhaps that, some things were able to shift the atmosphere and what was ruling over that particular place. I'm just thinking of some things. Um, I heard someone say that they received um, knowledge from the Lord that Jesus was supposed to return 3 different times now, but then he interceded on our behalf to give us more time. I'm not saying that it's true or not. I am saying that we have seen the Lord do a thing like this, where he announced judgment over a certain people, and it was the intercession that held off the judgment. So, was the initial judgment wrong? Did his word fall? Like, no, that's not what happened. It's not that the Lord changed his mind, I would say. It's that the Lord had mercy through intercession. It's reminding me of some place, I believe it was in Africa, I was watching, that a couple years ago they were in a water drought, and they were in real danger of not having any water, any usable water. And then they started changing their ways. They started changing things in the natural to where they don't even foresee that being a thing anymore. But it was actually a thing. And as far as prophecy is concerned, I think this is my last point. Be careful allowing your pride to reject what may be a word from God. I've spoken about this before. The wisest thing is always to go pray about it and ask the Lord for revelation about what you've heard. But if someone has a word of caution or warning, I would say don't take the stance of this person doesn't know more than me, or why would this person know and not me, or that's prideful. So in humility, go to the Lord and talk to him about it. When it comes to these end time prophecies that I see, I do believe that when the word goes out, the Lord has compassion on us. I'm not going to say that these people's words keep falling. I'm not going to just say that. I'm not going to claim that they're false. I am going to say that though some of these words might be false, I do believe that when people hear some of these words, they do what they're supposed to do as far as intercession. The Lord has a final say in everything. It be about partnership, y'all. He told Moses to use what was in his hand. The Lord did what he needed to do, but he told Moses to use what was in his hand. The Lord does what he needs to do with demons, but he tells us to cast them out. It's partnership. The Lord gives us a warning so that we can change the outcome. Okay, that's all I got.